Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to dive into web development trends for 2025. We'll be talking about everything from the job market and emerging technologies to what's really driving the future of this ever-evolving field. First off, kudos to all of you for making it through another year. If you are still in tech, it means you have survived the ups and downs of 2024, navigating through layoffs, staying ahead of automation, and just adapting to an industry that's constantly changing. It's no small feat. You know, as each year passes, the web just becomes more and more a part of our daily lives. Think about it. Whether it's banking, catching up on latest news, or even getting groceries delivered within minutes, it's hard to imagine a life without the web now. The pandemic really pushed this trend into overdrive, making the demand for web development talent soar. So whether you're just starting out or you have been a part of this game for a while, keeping up with the latest trend is absolute key to staying competitive in this field. And here's the thing, the difference between a good developer and not so good developer. It's the ability to embrace new challenges. I mean, adapting to new tools, framework and practices isn't just something you could do. It's something you have to do to stay relevant. Now let's talk about the job market for a bit. Employment for web developers and digital designers is projected to grow by 8% from 2023 to 2033. That's going to create about 16,000 new job openings in web development. Pretty exciting, right? And cherry on top, according to Glassdoor, the average salary of a web developer is around 4,50,000. So now that we have covered all of that, I can't help but just wonder, will the web continue to become even more embedded in our daily lives? And what are the top trends and technologies that are going to shape the future? Alright, enough with the chit chat, let's dive into the very first trend. So starting up with the very first trend in our list, which is artificial intelligence. Okay, so you all must agree that 2024 was the year that belonged to ChatGPT. And back in the day when developers used to rely on pair programming, they used to sit together to write better codes. And Stack Overflow was the go-to option for finding solution. But well, things have changed now. Now with Gen AI in the mix, developers get real-time help from their coding environment, and tools like OpenAI's Copilot on GitHub is transforming the code process by providing real-time code suggestion, making development faster and more efficient. And companies are also adopting AI models to enhance developers' productivity, overall reshaping the traditional workflow. Now talking about some of the stats, so according to Google, 64% of developers feels a sense of urgency to start using Gen AI. And Deloitte forecasts that 25% of enterprises using Gen AI will deploy AI agent in 2025, with the number growing to even 50% higher by 2027. Meanwhile, according to one report, 92% of chief product officers are exploring AI's potential and planning investment. So we can say that AI isn't about replacing the humans, it's about boosting your creativity and productivity. For example, smart tooling can automatically help developers turn messy data from spreadsheet or website into structured database. And with natural language processing or NLP, so now analysts can now speak databases question in plain English instead of writing complex queries. And you must have heard about time series analysis, which uses machine learning to predict risk in financial data, helping overall business stay ahead. So I wouldn't be wrong in saying that this era belongs to AI and it's completely shaping the future of web development. Moving ahead with our next trend, which is Internet of Things or IoT. So think about when you ask your Amazon Alexa to play your favorite song. It's a perfect example of how IoT device and web application work together to deliver a seamless experience. And this kind of integration is becoming more common and with current trends. And IoT is all set to redefine how we interact with technology. So we can say that this Internet of Things trend is revolutionizing the technology by enabling real-time data collection, predictive analytics, and personalized user experience. It supports smart analytic, remote monitoring, and automation, which is driving innovation across industries like healthcare, manufacturing, and smart homes. While web developer might not be designing the devices themselves, that's usually left to product designer and UI expert, but they play a crucial role in creating the application that process, analyze, and display data from these devices. And companies like Bug Labs are already developing APIs that allow developers to easily communicate with IoT devices, which is making it simpler to bring IoT data into web application. Okay, so as we look towards 2025, developers are increasingly focusing on integrating IoT data on web platform, which allows for real-time data visualization, predictive analytics, and highly personalized user experience. The rise for IoT has been fueled by the need for smart analytics and remote monitoring, especially it arose during the COVID-19 pandemic. And according to Finance Online, there will be 25 billion IoT devices which are expected to be used by 2032. And according to blockchain, the global blockchain IoT market is projected to grow by $2,409,000,000 by 2026. So we can say that IoT is truly shaping the future of technology in web development. Moving ahead with our next trend, which is low-code, no-development tools. So low-code, no-development tools are becoming a major trend in web development, while AI tools are helping with coding, right? But building website and apps can still be challenging and costly, with many projects facing delays or difficulties. And these tools are changing the game by allowing business to build web applications without needing deep coding knowledge. These tools are changing the game by allowing business to build web application without needing deep coding knowledge, meaning you don't need coding knowledge in depth. So no-code platform let you design apps by simply dragging and dropping pre-built components, which makes web development faster and more accessible. It's like a template. So low-code platform offer more advanced option but still simplify the process for developers, helping them work more efficiently. Now talking about the demand. So the demand for low-code development is skyrocketing, and according to search growth, searches for low-code have risen by 286% and no-code by 950% in the last 5 years. So a report by KPMG highlights that companies using low-code platform have experienced a positive return on investment. And talking about the platforms like Bubble and Adlo are leading the charge, enabling business to quickly create tools like budgeting apps and the project management system without extensive coding. Now talking about market growth, the low-code market is projected to reach by $148 billion by 2030, underscoring its lasting impact on web development. Okay, so let's see our next trend, which is Internet of Behavior, also known as IOB. So the Internet of Behavior or IOB is an exciting new trend in web development that merges technology with behavioral psychology to create more personalized online experience. So unlike Internet of Things, which focuses on collecting data from devices, IOB zeroes in on understanding user behavior by analyzing their online activities such as browsing habits and purchasing pattern. And this approach is set to revolutionize how web developers and marketers create user-friendly and engaging website. So, for example, developers can track customers' purchasing habit and understand how users interact with various devices. This data can help optimize marketing campaigns in real time and create more responsive and accurate online content. Although IOB isn't specifically tied to platform like WordPress, but it can be integrated through APIs and plugins to enhance user experience. Now talking about the job market. So the IOB market is expected to reach $1.6 trillion by 2027, growing at a CAGR of 33.4%. Talking about the business adoption, 75% of business believe that IOB will be critical for their digital transformation efforts. So ultimately, IOB is about using smart data to develop website and online experience that truly understand and caters to user need, making it a significant step forward in web development. Okay, so talking about the fifth trend, which is single page application. So remember when web app used to feel like static pages that required a full reload every time you clicked something? Well, that's a thing of past. Today, we are in the world of single page applications or SPAs, where smooth app experiences are the norm. And single page applications have transformed how we build website, offering a faster and more dynamic, interactive user experience. And these apps are not just stopping here, they are taking on some powerful trends that are pushing the boundaries of modern web development. So by adopting trends like progressive web apps, server-side rendering, and WebAssembly, they enhance performance, scalability, and offline functionality. So talking about progressive web applications, they combine the best of both web and native apps. Talking about server-side rendering, which is making the single-page application even smarter by rendering the content on the server before it hits the browser. And talking about the WebAssembly, which is another game changer for SPAs, which enables high-performance code to run on the browser, unlocking the potential for complex tasks. Okay. Now talking about the market growth, the global SPA market is projected to reach by 13.3 billion by 2025, growing at the CAGR of 14.1%. And talking about the adoption of trends, features like GraphQL, PWAs, and server workers are driving a surge in SPA adoption, making web app perform even more better and remain functional offline. So the future of web app is dynamic and SPAs are leading the way forward. Now talking about our sixth trend, which is serverless architecture. So the serverless architecture eliminates the need to manage server, allowing developers to focus solely on building application. It ensures cost-effective, scalable, and simplified solution perfect for real-time processing, event-driven tasks, and microservices. So you imagine a world where developers no longer worry about managing servers or scaling infrastructure. And that's the magic of the serverless architecture. With serverless architecture, platform like AWS Lambda or Google Cloud Functions take care of everything behind the scene. You only pay for what you use. So we can say pay as you go or pay as you use, meaning no more shelling out for idle server time. Plus it automatically scales with the demand. And if you have got a sudden traffic spike, no problem, serverless adjusts instantly, keeping your app running smoothly. So let's talk about numbers. So according to a report by AWS, 75% of the companies have adopted serverless architecture in some form. And talking about market growth, the serverless computing market is expected to reach by $21.1 billion by 2025, growing at a rate of 38.4% from 2020 to 2025. So in short, we can say that serverless architecture is transforming how we build and run application, making development faster, cost-effective, and less complex. And it's the future of cloud computing. Moving ahead with the next trend, which is container technology. So container technology streamlines web development by enabling consistent, portable application across environment. It improves deployment speed, reduces infrastructure cost, and enhances the scalability, all while simplifying management through tools like Docker and Kubernetes. And it is revolutionizing web development by making it easier to build, deploy, and manage application. So for web developers, container bring faster deployment, reduce infrastructure cost, and improve scalability. And tools like Docker and Kubernetes automate scaling and workload management, allowing team to focus on coding rather than infrastructure. And to keep pace with these changes, developers should familiarize themselves with containerization tools and practices. And understanding how to create, manage, and orchestrate containers will be crucial. And keeping up with trends like microservice, which pair well with container technology, can also help developer stay competitive. Now talking about deployment speed, so containerization enables faster deployment and more efficient management, especially in environment with complex infrastructure. Cost efficiency. Containers help reduce the infrastructure cost, of course, by eliminating the need for heavy virtual machine and promoting resource optimization. Now talking about our last trend, which is edge computing. So edge computing is changing the way we build app by processing data closer to where the user is. This makes app faster and more responsive, which is especially important for things like online gaming, video streaming, and IoT devices, where every millisecond counts. So by cutting down the travel time for data, everything feels quicker and smoother. So one example of edge computing in action is CDN, you must have heard about, or content delivery network. They store the content closer to the user, so web page load faster and server don't get overloaded. So this helps apps handle more user without slowing down, even during busy times. And plus, edge computing helps save bandwidth, since less data needs to go back and forth to the central server. Now talking about some numbers, the edge computing market is expected to reach $6.72 billion by 2025, growing at the rate of 31%. So talking about enterprise adoption, 85% of enterprise plan to adopt edge computing. Okay. So as this technology grows, developers are learning to build apps that are most of edge computing, ensure they stay fast, efficient and ready for the future. So that's all for the trends. If you have liked this video, kindly hit the like and subscribe button for Intellipaat's YouTube channel. Thank you and see you in the next video.